All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about the new gold rush today, but forget digging in the ground. This is all about digging into data. We're going to lay out a really clear three-phase roadmap that'll take you from knowing nothing to actually earning in the data economy. So, let's get into it.
You know, every time you click something, buy something, stream a show, you're creating a story. And that story, it's worth a fortune. I mean, think about it. Netflix uses all that viewing data to decide which billion-dollar shows to greenlight. Amazon uses your purchase history to predict what you'll want, sometimes before you even know you want it. Data is literally the language of business now, and if you can speak it, you get paid.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's exactly why we're here. This whole explainer is designed to be your personal bridge, taking you from learning to earning. And we've broken it all down into 3 simple, actionable phases. Okay, first things first. You've got to build your foundation. Imagine a company with millions of sales records. It's just chaos, right? Well, a great analyst can walk into that chaos and pull out a simple, clear answer like, hey, this was our best-selling product last quarter. To do that, you need the right tools.
And these 3 are the absolute fundamentals, the trifecta. For Excel, we're not just talking about sums. We mean really mastering things like pivot tables and VLOOKUPs to slice and dice data. For SQL, some people say SQL, it's about learning the language of databases. You'll be using commands like select and join to pull exactly what you need. And then there's Tableau, which is all about taking those numbers and insights and turning them into a visual story that people can actually understand.
Now, here's the game plan to make this real. And look, you do not need to quit your job. Just find 30 minutes a day. That's it. It's all about consistency. If you do that, in about 3 months, you can get a really solid handle on the basics, especially with amazing platforms out there like DataCamp, Coursera, or Kaggle. It's so achievable.
But here's the real secret. Learning these tools isn't just about the clicks and the code, it's about changing how you think. It's about developing a new mindset, what we call thinking in data. So when you look at a spreadsheet, you stop just seeing a bunch of numbers. You start asking questions. What's the story here? Why is that number so different from the rest? What decision could we actually make with this insight? That's the real skill. So, to wrap up phase 1, it is all about building that core skill foundation. Your goal is data literacy. You use tools like Excel, SQL, and Tableau, maybe by completing a course on DataCamp, and the outcome is that you have a solid set of skills to build on. But let's be real. Having a toolbox full of shiny new tools is totally useless if you never actually build anything with them. Knowing the theory is great, but the world wants to see proof. And that brings us to the next phase, which is absolutely critical.
This is where we get to phase 2, build. It's time to turn everything you've learned into tangible, undeniable proof of your skills. And a quick note here, you have to start building even if you don't feel 100% ready. Nobody ever feels 100% ready.
So how do you actually do it? Well, it's a pretty straightforward 4-step loop. First, you need raw materials, so you go find and download public datasets. They're everywhere. Second, you start small, build some mini projects, analyze something, visualize it, find one interesting insight. Then, the most crucial step, you post your results online. Put it on LinkedIn, put it on GitHub. This becomes your resume. And finally, don't try to do this in a vacuum. Join communities, ask questions, learn from others.
And if you're sitting there wondering, okay, but what kind of project? Don't overthink it. Go to a site like Kaggle or data.gov, grab some public retail data, and just analyze sales trends. Or find a messy dataset and just practice cleaning it up. Then, share what you did on GitHub and write a quick post about it on LinkedIn. That's it. You've started.
So, phase 2 in a nutshell is all about creating proof. You're taking data from sources like Kaggle, you're doing a real hands-on project, and the result, the outcome, is a published portfolio. This is the evidence that's going to get you noticed.
Okay, you've learned the tools, you've built the proof. Now for the really fun part, the payoff. Phase 3 is all about turning your new, proven skills into actual income. This is where the data finally becomes dollars.
You've basically got 3 main paths you can take right away. The first is freelancing, taking on specific gigs like cleaning up a dataset or building a dashboard for someone. The second is micro-consulting. This is where you offer short, focused sessions to help maybe a small business make sense of their own data. And the third is content creation, teaching other people what you've just learned through things like tutorials or newsletters.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, on the left here, you see the kinds of things you can offer. Anything from a simple data cleaning gig to a 1-hour data clarity session. And on the right, that's where you offer it. You can jump on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr for freelance gigs, or start building an audience on YouTube.
And that brings us to the final outcome. In this phase, you're not just a learner anymore, you're a provider. You're using platforms like Upwork to offer a real service, like building a dashboard, and you're directly converting that skill into income. Simple as that.
So there you have it, the complete roadmap. This isn't just about learning some new computer program, it's about starting your own personal data revolution. The path forward is right in front of you.
I want to leave you with this idea because it's so important. In a world that is just drowning in information, the ability to see things clearly is a superpower. While most people and most companies are making decisions based on gut feelings and guesses, you'll be one of the few who can make them based on actual evidence. That is a massive, massive advantage.
And all comes down to this simple but incredibly powerful formula. Learn the skills and learn them deeply. Apply them creatively to build your proof, monetize them wisely to earn an income, and then you just repeat the cycle. Keep learning, keep building, keep growing.
So, the final question is for you. The opportunity here is absolutely huge, and you literally have the map in your hands now. You don't need anyone's permission to get started. The data revolution is happening right now, as we speak. The only question left is, will you be a part of it?